Hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. So, I'm going to put this out here. I've talked about this before. I've spoken on this. I've said this. I have nothing to hide. I'm not ashamed. I'm not embarrassed. None of that, okay? I know exactly who I am. I know who God called me to be. I know who God created me to be. And how He has worked wondrous magic and favor and blessings in my life. Let me tell you who I am. My name is Josie Jamaris Lee Walker. Born and raised in Houston, Texas. I am a bigender woman. I am a form of a hermaphrodite. I know who I am. I am not transgender. I am not a homosexual. I am not even a transsexual. I am a bigender woman. Look it up. Now, because I'm a bigender woman does not mean that that's all I am. I am so much more than that, which is why I don't speak on it. It's not the main topic. It's not what I'm here to discuss with you. Yes, that is a part of my truth, but there are more important truths out here in this world that need to be shared and exposed and talked about. More so than who I am and or who I engage with sexually, which is none of your business. Now, I'm going to speak on this part, which is somewhat associated with it, but it's so much deeper, so please listen up. People like to say that people or individuals that are homosexual or lesbian or transgender, that they're of the devil. No. Not all of them are of the devil. Yes, some of them are of the devil's creation to be a manipulation in this world, to be a toxicity in this world. And they go out into this world and they engage in not only illicit, nasty, disgusting, immoral behavior, but they portray themselves to be better than other individuals. Intentionally. It's a trickery. For some individuals, yes. But that also applies to individuals that are heterosexual. Meaning, the devil doesn't discriminate. The devil will use any and everybody that he can within this world that we live in to be a toxicity, a drain, and a negative energy and force in this world to get other people to come over to his team. He will use you if you are straight, homosexual, lesbian, transgender, doesn't matter. He can even use someone that is bigender, which is very rare out there in the world. But he is not using me. God is using me. Just like God uses individuals that are heterosexual, lesbians, homosexual, bigender, transgender. God has different individuals, chosen individuals on his team out here in the world doing good. Not on the devil's team. Actually out here being real, authentic, being a light in this world when there is so much negativity. So of course, there are individuals that will look at someone that is transgender and say, oh, they're of the devil. But they'll do that more so than looking at a heterosexual individual and saying they're the devil. Even if they're engaged in illicit, immoral, disgusting behavior out here in this world. Even if they are doing evil and wicked behaviors out here in this world. They will still look at a heterosexual individual as being better than or holier than, even if they're engaging in, like I said, those wicked behaviors. Same thing goes for homosexuals, lesbians. You have Christian homosexuals, Christian lesbians, Christian transgender women. And do you not think that they had a period within their life where they questioned who they were? Do you not think that they had doubt about who they were, but they had to go out into the world to be a blessing to others, as well as a lesson? You do get that, right? We are out here in this world to be either a blessing or a lesson to others. And it's up to you if you receive a blessing or you receive a lesson. So I say Don't play in the faces of individuals who may, in fact, be chosen by God to be a blessing in this world. Do not try to hinder someone, period. Whether it's your prejudice, your hatred, your racism, it doesn't matter. God can use anybody and will use anybody for His glory. Do you understand me? Regardless of who they engage with sexually. And you can go to the Word. You can go to the Bible if you want to. I don't care. I don't care. Because just like you can go to the Word with that if you wanted to, which that still has to be explained and will be very soon. You can go to the Word about a lot of other things that people out here in this world are engaging in that is seen as sinful and or against the law or against God's Word. And they're still out here doing it, and in the church, and being seen and or displayed as being holier than other individuals that are looked down on within the church. You have adulterers in the church. You have idolaters in the church. Shall I continue? You have liars in the church. You have thieves in the church. Now I'm going to ask you this. Is homosexuality one of the 7 deadly sins? No, but lust is. How many heterosexual men are out here lusting after other individuals? Just as there are homosexuals that lust after other individuals, lesbians that lust after other individuals, and transgenders that lust after other individuals. It is not just geared towards one. Everyone in this world has been guilty of some of these behaviors and actions. So who are you to judge somebody else? No, you need to let the judgment be to God. Leave that to God. But a lot of people in this world want to be out here and judging other individuals, calling other people out, making other people feel as if they're a problem, and they haven't even looked at themselves. How do you like that truth? So, I'm going to digress, and I'm going to share this with you before I close. Anybody could be walking up and down these streets, claiming to be something that they're not, and trick you into believing. You don't have to believe. You don't have to. But still, people get tricked, lied to, manipulated. And they don't have to be a specific gender or ethnicity or sexuality to do it. The devil can work through anybody out here in this world just as God can work through anybody out here in this world. And when I tell you God can work through anybody, God can work through one of the devil's minions to get information to you, to be a blessing to you, to defend you even. So who has total control even over the devil's minions? God. God does. Meaning that the devil is not all powerful. God is all powerful. God has total and ultimate control. Even in this 3D world we're living in, where this is also the devil's playground. But not everybody is playing on the devil's team. God has individuals down here positioned in different areas, places, and spaces. And God will win. But the devil, he's trying to recruit anybody that he can. He's trying to get any and everybody over to his team to come up against God's children. But he still won't win. No matter how many he has on his team, he still will not win. And a lot of the people that end up going over to his team will eventually come back over to God's team and or join God's team. Don't believe me? Just watch. It's real good on God's team. It's amazing. Not saying that I've been on the devil's team, but I've seen how the devil handles and tricks and manipulates and deals with those that he has on his team. He's not fair. He's not kind. No. He's manipulative. He's toxic, and he believes that he is all powerful and that he is God, and he is not. But he has people out here believing that he is because of what he can do for them, what he can acquire for them materialistically, monetarily. And when I tell you, you can't take those things with you when you leave this earth. You can't. So you can flash the money, you can flash the car, you can flash the jewelry, you can flash the clothes, you can flash all those things, right? You can't take any of that with you when you leave this 3D reality. You can't. So you better be careful, you better be cautious who you engage with, as well as who you come up against. You don't know who's on God's team. You don't know. You don't know. So be aware. Be cautious. Gotta go. Bye.